Hey, what's up guys, it's Justin here, and today I've got a video talking about the reasons why you should purchase the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus. Mainly focusing on the key new features that I feel make this smartphone worthwhile whether you are coming from an Android or an iPhone previously. Of course, I also did a contrasting video talking about why you shouldn't get the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus, so click the card to access that or check out the link in the description section below. But let's go ahead and get started with the first reason. Apple has finally got rid of the horrid 16GB storage configuration. The phone is now available in 32, 128, and 256GB models, and I would imagine that 128GB is far more than enough for a majority of people out there. There's no indication that Apple will have expandable storage anytime soon, so I feel that 128GB is going to be the sweet spot, but there is also the offering of 256GB for power users, and also a very usable 32GB base option for those who might not have as many apps or take that many photos. The iPhone in its recent years has been known to have one of the better smartphone cameras on the market, if not one of the best. This is mainly due to the consistency, and although I was really happy with the photo quality of my iPhone 6s, I noticed that the autofocus wasn't as fast, and they have definitely fixed that this year. It is still a 12 megapixel sensor that is able to also take better low light photos. There's also now optical image stabilization on the normal sized iPhone as well. What people have been really talking about though is the iPhone 7 Plus and the fact that it has a dual camera system consisting of a wide angle and a telephoto lens. This allows you to achieve a 2x optical zoom in photo and videos and 10x at digital zoom. The effects that it is able to achieve is incredible, and something that is coming soon is the depth of field effect, which I can't wait to test out. But here are just some samples I took on the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, but also stay tuned for a side-by-side comparison between the 6s and the 7 coming up soon. Long story short, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus's camera has definitely been improved, and that is to be expected, but unless you're someone who uses the camera a lot, it might be hard to justify the additional cost coming from the 6s. Smartphone manufacturers have started to realize that speakers are supposed to be front-firing, especially when you're consuming media on the screen of your smartphone. Thankfully, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus has a new stereo speaker system which has audio coming out of the front and the bottom grille, where it used to. This provides for a significantly better listening experience compared to still many smartphones. The speakers are significantly louder and sound better than before, but they still aren't the best on the market. Nevertheless, I really enjoyed this change, so let's go ahead and give you guys a quick listen. An IP water resistant rating is something that iPhone users have been waiting for quite some time. The 67 indicates two things. The first number means that this device is fully protected against dust, while the 7 is protected against the effect of immersion in water between 15 centimeters and 1 meter. So if you drop your phone in the sink, the toilet, the bathtub, or just want to use your phone in the shower, that is totally going to be fine, but as a disclaimer, Apple has mentioned that it will not cover water damage. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus feature an Apple A10 processor with 2GB of RAM on the 7 and 3GB of RAM on the 7 Plus. Although using my iPhone 6s, the experience was already incredibly smooth and I rarely experienced any lag on it, the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus is just to another level. The processor is a 2.4 GHz quad-core structure with 2 high-performance cores and 2 high-efficient cores. In addition to that, with the small capacity increases to the batteries of both smartphones and the optimizations made in iOS 10, not only are you getting some insane performance out of Apple's newest flagships, but you also get an additional 1 hour of battery life on the 7 Plus compared to the 6s Plus, and 2 hours of additional battery life when you compare the 7 with the 6s. Last but not least is a feature that many people will overlook and not really care about, but for photographers out there, it is small but huge. The iPhone 7 and 7 Plus's Lightning port has USB 3 transfer speed, so you're able to offload your RAW and images you would like to edit and post to social media from your phone much faster than before. I definitely noticed this process was much slower on the iPhone 6s, especially when you have a full SD card from a shoot and would like to look through the images before importing them. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video with my given reasons as to why you should purchase the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus, but also be sure to check out my video on why you shouldn't purchase these smartphones just to get both sides of the story. But also stay on the lookout for some videos I'll have regarding the camera of Apple's new smartphones, along with a full review in the next few days. As always, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.